Hello guys, so today's video is going to be in English because I have noticed that a lot of my audience, a lot of my viewers are from south of India, from West Bengal, from northeastern states, and most of them are comfortable with English, not so comfortable with Hindi. So I thought I'll try a few English videos for you guys also. So let me know if you are more comfortable with English and I can make more videos for you on this channel. So today's topic is generic because I think this topic is very confusing for a lot of people. The topic is that a lot of people feel that spirituality and luxury or spirituality and wealth, they don't go together. A lot of people think that spirituality and abundance, they don't go together. Material success and spirituality, they don't go together. This is what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that spirituality by default means that you have to live a simple, poor and a life of poverty, a life of frugality. This is compulsory. The answer is no. Because if you read any of our Sanskrit shlokas, mantras and stotras, at the end of it, you will find that there is entire chapter or a big paragraph which talks about Falshruti, the benefits and effects of that stotra, of that mantra and shlok. And invariably, in all the Falshrutis, whether it is Lalita Sahasranam Stotram, Vishnu Sahasranam Stotram, Aditya Hridaya Stotram or any other stotram, you will find invariably that they all talk about wealth, abundance, marriage, having children, having vehicles. For example, in Shri Suktam, there is a verse where it says, Dhanam Dhanyam Pashum Bahuputra Labham Shatasam Vatsaram Dirghamayuhu. So what it means is that may Lakshmi bless me with Dhanam Dhanyam, yani ki food, wealth, Dhanam Dhanyam, Pashum, animals. Animals for what? Animals for agriculture, and animals were used also as vehicles. So they were also considered sthavar. Sthavar yani ki जो हमारे assets होते हैं, तो उसके लिए भी पशु देखे जाते थे. And for that also they are praying for vehicle, for comforts, for dhanam dhanyam, for a kind of luxury. In those days, having animals was also a kind of luxury. If you had horse-driven carriage or a bullock cart, that was also a luxury for a lot of people in those days. So they are asking for that. Bahuputra labham. So they are asking for marriage and having a lot of kids. They are also saying Shata Samvatsaram Dirghamayuhu, meaning give me a long life of 100 years. So seeking material comforts, luxuries, good marriage, having children is considered normal. If you read Lalita Sahasranam Stotram and if you go and read the Falshruti, firstly they have dedicated an entire chapter for Falshruti in Lalita Sahasranam, which is very special. You can watch my Lalita Sahasranam video on this channel. It has more than 40,000 views. So here they are talking about Ma Lakshmi. They are saying that if you recite Lalita Sahasranam Stotram on every Friday or every Purnami, then Ma Lakshmi will come and reside in your house permanently. What does it mean? It means that wealth will come to your house. Prosperity will come and reside in your house. It says in Lalita Sahasranam Falshruti that Ma Lakshmi is Chanchala. She is very fickle-minded. She does not stay in one place for long. But if you read Lalita Sahasranam Stotram on a regular basis, then Ma Lakshmi will become completely stable in your house forever. Again, in Vishnu Sahasranam Stotram or in other Vishnu Ji related texts and mantras and stotras, it is said that Ma Lakshmi might not remain with you if you worship her. But if you worship Narayan, then Ma Lakshmi has to help you out. So every stotra, every mantra, every scripture talks about wealth and Ma Lakshmi and prosperity. Hinduism talks about a balanced approach, a balanced life and a balanced progress. Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. If you look at all the Hindu gods and goddesses, look at them. They are not living a frugal life, except for one or two. Every god is loaded with golden ornaments, golden jewelry, gemstones, silken clothes and all of that. They are full of opulence. Forget about luxury. Luxury is a small thing. All the Hindu gods and goddesses are full of opulence. And if you look at the avatars that we have, Shri Krishna, Shri Rama, even Bhakta Prahlad, who later became a king. So all of them are kings. If we forget about avatars also, you see there is King Janak, who is considered a Raja Yogi. He is also a king. So they are all living in luxury. Even Sri Ram, he went for Vanvas. So for those 14 years, he left all the opulence and all the luxury. But when he came back, he became a king. And he was living a luxurious life. So it did not affect their lives at all. So luxury, opulence, wealth, abundance, family life, having children, having wife, having a good married life is not at all discouraged in Hinduism or Hindu spirituality. Jainism, Buddhism, Christianity considers these things as bad, not Hinduism. And you will see that even ancient rishis like Rishi Vishwamitra, Rishi Agastya, Parashara, all the rishis, most of the rishis, they are married and they also have children. There is a story of Lord Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna's guru is Sandipani Rishi, Sandipani Muni, depending on where you are reading. Even he has a wife and even he has a son. At one occasion, Lord Krishna comes to Sandipani Rishi that you have given me all the Vidya, you are my guru and now I want to give you Guru Dakshina. So what do you want? So Sandipani Rishi says to Shri Krishna that my son has died and I want him back. So by today's standards, people might say कि कैसे ऋषि हैं, अभी तक उनको अपने पुत्र में आसक्ति है. But you know what? Shri Krishna says yes and he goes to Yamaraj and whatnot and he gets the son back. So having a normal life, having a married life, having children, loving them, having a wholesome life, balanced life, that is the goal of Hinduism. Hinduism does not say leave everything and go to the jungles, go to Himalaya, and that is spirituality. Absolutely not. Even Bhagwan Shankar, Bhagwan Shiva, look at him. He lives frugally, but he is married. Not once, but twice. He got married to goddess Sati when she was no more. Later on, he married goddess Parvati. And although Shiva himself remains frugal, if you look at goddess Parvati, Shri Ganesh, Shri Kartikeya, Ashok Sundari, entire family, they are always living in opulence, wealth, jewelry, gemstones, everything. So nobody is living a frugal life. Hinduism is about having a balanced life. So you can have opulence, you can have abundance and luxury, no problem. But your priorities need to be right. Your priorities need to be right and your life needs to be balanced. It should not be that you are running after wealth and sacrificing your family, sacrificing your time with your children. You are not looking after your wife and children or parents. That should not be the case. You should live in luxury, but you should not stop doing your mantra jap, your meditation, your dharmic duties. You should not sacrifice them. And at the same time, if you are doing your dharma, but you are overlooking and neglecting your family, that is also considered a sin. That is bad. You should not overlook any of your duties. All of these are considered as purusharthas, as our duties. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So whether it is religion, spirituality, whether it is wealth, whether it is family life, all of these are our duties. And final thoughts, my own thoughts to this are that today we are living in a world where people are atheists, they don't believe in anything or they don't practice anything. So if you believe in God, if you believe in Hinduism, if you believe and practice Hindu mantras and pujas and everything, then your life should always be more superior, more balanced than all those people who don't believe and don't practice. Because only that way you have an evidence to show that Hinduism and Hindu mantras and remedies, they work. That they have something special, that they can give you a balanced growth. And that's why you should have material growth. You should have some amount of luxury. But in your mind, you should have your priorities in the right order. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This is the right order and you should always understand that. I made some videos on Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, their sequence, what is what and what not. I have made a video about that, although that is in Hindi, so you can watch it. In case you don't understand, let me know in the comments. I'll try to make a separate video in English once again for that concept. But basically, Hinduism and Hindu spirituality does not discourage having wealth or luxury. Okay, that's a misconception. And that thought process has come from other religions like Jainism, Buddhism, and Christianity. Especially in Christianity from Catholicism. Because Catholicism needs their nuns and priests to take vows of poverty and celibacy. But in case of Hinduism, that is not the case. Even rishis have married and have children. And they can choose to make the vows or not to make the vows. So it is your choice. If you don't have any interest in marriage, if you don't have any interest in wealth, then that is your choice. Then you can leave and lead a monastic life also. But monastic life is not a compulsion for Hindus to be spiritual. There is a difference. It's a choice. It's not a compulsion. So it's not like if you are a monastic, then you become higher or better than someone who has a domestic life. So a householder can be a better sadhak than a sannyasi, and vice versa. So your status as a sannyasi or as a householder does not define how high you can grow in spirituality. So in Mahabharata, there is a Gita called Vyadha Gita. And the Vyadha Gita starts with a story of a sannyasi who has gone to someone's house and he wants to meet the lady of the house for some reason. There is a big story. I'm not going in the details. But the lady ignores this sannyasi. She says that my husband has just returned from his work and he's tired. And as a good wife, it is my first duty to look after his needs. I need to serve my husband first. And then I'll come and then I'll give you the alms or whatever you seek. And so you sit down, drink water and wait. Now the sannyasi feels insulted because he says, well, I am a sannyasi, I am great. And this householder lady, she is looking after her husband. What is she doing? She should pay respect to me first. And as he is thinking those things, the lady of the house suddenly responds from inside the house. She says that you are a sannyasi and yet you are so stuck up in gaining respect and you have such a big ego that you are a sannyasi. And the sannyasi is shocked. He says, well, how does this lady know what I'm thinking? And later on the lady tells him that to carry out your duties and to have a balanced life, that is how you do sadhana. And that is what gives you spiritual progress. And that is how I have gained spiritual progress. And right now, I am more progress than you are. And you have abandoned all your duties and you have ran away from your house and your duties and you have taken sannyas. So you are not very developed. Because to leave everything is easy, but to maintain everything, balance everything and continue and progress on all the fronts is difficult. So this is not a qualifying trait to grow in Hindu spirituality. Okay, so you can be rich. In fact, Hinduism wants you to be rich. Hinduism wants you to get married. Marriage is one of the 16 samskaras which are considered compulsory. Having a child after getting married is also considered a samskara, a necessity. So God and Hinduism wants you to be happy, wants you to have everything, but your priority should be clear and the balance has to be there. Correct? So I hope this is clear, and Hinduism does not stop you from being, having luxury or anything. So I see all these people getting angry when some so-called spiritual girl is carrying some bag which is like a designer bag. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If the lady can afford and she buys a branded bag, that does not define her spirituality. Okay? You can have all of it. So try and have all of it, because that is more fun and that is how Hinduism intended things to be. So Shri Krishna, he did a lot of upasana, mantra jap, donations, charity. He also fought wars and he also had wives and he also had children. He also had opulence. He had everything. Correct? So did most of our kings, avatars, and most of our deities, gods, goddesses, everyone. So Hinduism teaches us balance and growth and abundance. So I hope that you all leave all these superstitions behind and grow and be abundant in your life. So if you like this video, like it, share it as much as possible. Subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon. If possible, become a paid member because that supports me. And also, stay tuned on my channel, watch all the other videos. If you like the English version, let me know. I'll try to make more videos, or we might make a separate channel. But I need to try it out first, and you need to let me know if the English videos are working better for you. Keep watching for next episode of Outputting the Stars. Until then, may God bless you all.